was so smooth.
Right? It was flawless.
We played it. We played the video and we turned it on, but we did not discuss who was doing the intro.
We did
Oh,
it.
hey kids, looks like you found your dad's anime stash. Yeah, you did the right thing. You snuck up to your parents' bedroom. You pulled the old cigar box out from under the bed. You blew the dust off. You put the tape in the old VCR. If you know what a VCR is, and you hit play. And you popped in at a good part. So this week, Sai's here to help Mark and me discuss recovery of an MMO Junkie. Sai, we don't see on the podcast too much, but he wanted to come on specifically for this episode.
This cracked into his top 5, guaranteed.
Yeah, 5 worst shows of all time. Ever.
5 worst shows. Sai,
I hated it.
You hate slice of life anime so much.
That's not sports. If it's sports, I can deal with it.
Yeah, this is pure slice of life. I don't watch much slice of life.
Well, why do you hate slice of life so much, Sai? Everything you do, this is a slice of your life right now. If we drew this, you'd be on a slice of life anime right now.
That's fine. I'm interesting. And I also, how do you put it? Like there's a resolution to the end. I'll eventually die.
So
there's no resolution at all, and the end of slice of life. They'll be like, will they, won't they? Will they, won't they? Will they, won't they? Season 2. Oh, more will they, won't they? Season 3. They kind of did though. That's the end.
Okay. So had a meteor hit the Earth in episode 10 and everyone died, you would have been like, all right, that's not bad.
Yeah. There was
a conclusion.
Excited. I would have been really excited.
You would have been like, I didn't see that coming.
Yeah. I'd have been like, well, what a twist.
Dang, everyone died on fire. That's great.
I would have went to Mal and looked to see if M. Night Shyamalan did it.
So, Mark, recovery of an MMO Junkie. What is it about?
So it's the recovery of an MMO Junkie who it centers around a NEET, which I actually had to look up what a NEET was because I had not heard
employment or training.
Yeah,
I actually first heard the term NEET and hikikomori when I watched Welcome to NHK. So anything about NEETs is interesting to me.
It was my first time, and it centers around a girl who's a NEET who is trying to find a new MMO to play. So she finds a new MMO, and I'm blanking on the name of it because it's like a Fruits de Mer. Fruits de Mer. And she picks that game, and she starts playing it, and it's a story about her life in the real world changing and meeting people in the game in real life, and kind of seeing her life get back on track a little bit.
Literally meeting everybody that she plays the game with in real life.
Yeah. So I mean, like, we'll talk about it later. Like, overall, I actually did enjoy it, but I did see one funny comment from like someone on Crunchyroll that said like, it was like in my 10 years of playing MMO, the closest I ever got was some dude that lived like 50 miles away, and this bitch commutes 5 people that live within 3 blocks.
Yeah.
To
be fair, one of them they did bring it into the game. So I mean,
some of those make sense, but
then my thing was
the green dude, the guy with the green hair that was like the clerk at the convenience store she always went into, who was her guild leader.
The one who took like 3 weeks after he noticed her buy the card, and then to
ask her about it,
to even bring it up, he took like 3 weeks. I was like, why not just like ask at that point?
I don't know. Maybe it's a culture thing not to pry into people's personal life.
No, he started to bring it up one time.
Well, he did. I think Sai was saying like after the first few times he never said anything. I'm like, I don't know. Maybe it's a privacy thing. Maybe he just was like, she's some weird lady just buying.
Well, she's obviously a weird lady.
She's a super weird lady. She's 30.
Yeah.
I mean, she's not weird because she's 30.
Well,
she's
right.
weird because at the age of 30, she quits her job, which perhaps I missed it. Still don't understand why.
Yeah, the only thing I could gather about her quitting was that she got, from her like crying to the one dude on the phone, is that she just got too overwhelmed, so she quit, so she didn't have to be stressed out about it anymore.
I'm overwhelmed to tears every single day,
overworked and
of my life. But I can't quit to.
You can.
Play. I guess I
did.
could.
He already did.
You're right.
He quit and then chose a new.
Now.
You quit and then you chose a new job.
I can't quit to just play an MMO.
Well, yeah,
you could.
Well, you just have to clearly do what she did.
For a period of time, I could. You're right.
A period of time, you could. I don't. As I was saying earlier, I don't understand where this money came from. To, like, was she just that good at saving? Where she was like just so good at her job, she had a bunch of money saved up.
Potentially, she mentioned that she had a lot of pressure from her parents. Perhaps her parents were rich of money, and they bestowed upon her. They don't dive into enough. It's amazing how in 11 episodes, I do feel like maybe 8 or 9 were not necessary.
I feel like 11 weren't.
I mean,
11 definitely was not needed in any way. The story wrapped up decently good, and to just be like, here's her purchasing a new computer.
So her computer.
Did it? I didn't watch that.
I'm kind of confused on how this woman knows nothing about computers, and she's clearly got a decently nice gaming computer at the beginning.
And she also freaked out at that dude's computer.
Yeah, and then she was talking about his monitor or his resolution or something. So she clearly understood like enough about graphics to understand how to like get better graphics, or at least upgrades on her computer or whatever. But yeah, there's a lot of like, I mean, it's 10. Well, I guess technically 11 episodes. So I don't know. Maybe they tried to rush some aspects. There was
nothing
some weird
felt
thing.
Rushed. This now I'm gonna say things that make it sound like I didn't like this. Unlike Sai, I actually did like this. I've watched it before, and I watched it again. And I wasn't sad when the wheel landed on it. But the story moves at a glacier's pace. To turn a phrase here.
Oh, it was a slow.
It's a slow burn.
I don't even know if it was a burn. It was a slow heating up.
Yeah.
It was a slow warm.
Yeah.
Slow warm.
Yeah, slow warm to a medium low heat.
Yeah, I got a nice soft boiled egg in there.
The good 35.
I'm joking, but it wasn't that bad.
It's a crock pot on super mediocre. Low.
Like
I enjoyed it, but yeah, no, I get what you're saying though. Like
it's enjoyable,
enjoy it, but yeah. So I mean, it starts off like she finds the new thing to join, and like is repeatedly killed by this boss. So she's found by Lily.
She plays as a man.
Yeah, she plays as a man, and she meets Lily, who you find out later is played by a man.
Never guess.
who is her secret love and other stuff, but
in every other game she's ever played.
Yeah, and so this Lily character brings the main character into her guild, and she meets all the guild mates, and you learn about their lives. And then it's just like,
was it me, or did they just like not even like they just jumped from their partying together to now she's in the guild, right?
Yeah, they skipped ahead. They massively skipped ahead from like them.
For a while.
It was like, I think you're supposed to think it was like way down the road, like a few weeks down the road, where she's already met all the guild members and joined the guild and has been accepted by everybody already.
Couldn't get a frame of reference.
That's another questionable thing on this. What's the time frame?
Yeah, I don't know.
It was over a year, right? I believe he mentions in the last episode that last Christmas they both tried to get the chicken.
That's right, yeah. So you got to say roughly year and a half.
I know it was like a week whenever he broke her face with his elbow.
Yeah, which
Her face shouldn't have been there.
well,
It shouldn't have
also
been.
also true, but also she's got to have some. Man, that's a glass jaw or a glass forehead. One elbow, one low energy elbow strike. It wasn't like he was beelining around. I mean, he was walking fast to get to work, but
she ran into his arm and she wasn't even walking fast.
Yeah,
she was like stumbling.
Mark, not everyone's an MMA fighter, dude. She's not made to take hits to the face.
But like to be knocked out and go to the hospital?
We don't know. I mean, I'm not saying she's not Glass Joe from Punch Out, but you know. So what if she is? Maybe she has other qualities. I didn't see a lot of good qualities from her in the show, but maybe she has some good qualities we didn't know about.
She's alright when she gets dressed up.
Okay. Gotta have more going on than that, man.
But wait. So the game is a 2D game, right? Like it's not a 3D game.
It was 3D.
It seemed more like 2D, like slash 3D, because like the characters seemed 3D, but it seemed like the battles were like 2D.
Battles were like isometric from the top, like Final Fantasy VII.
Okay, that's what I was asking.
Yeah, not 2D. I'm thinking the wrong thing. Yeah,
like 2.5D as they call it.
Yeah.
Like I was just making sure that whenever they're in the game, they weren't like that was just an imagination.
Yeah,
it's not how it actually looked.
No, because they showed her and him watching the screen a lot of the time.
Mm-hmm.
Which that was one of my favorite parts. Like in the first episode, they'd show like these exciting things on screen, then just do a cut to her sitting there clicking. I did like that.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely like do a pretty good job of showcasing someone who like starts playing an MMO and just becomes obsessed with the people in the game and the game itself, and or only ordering in food or going out when you only have to, and like spending all your money on the game. I mean, how much money did she spend on like these loot boxes?
So yeah, a lot. Let's talk about that loot box episode where they were all so excited about the new loot boxes. No one's excited for loot boxes. What the fuck?
Yeah, everyone hates loot boxes.
Who made this show? Activision?
That's literally what caused EA to lose the exclusive rights to Star Wars, is that there was such outrage over all their loot boxes that the studio that owned the rights took it away from EA. But these people are like, yeah, no, I just got paid and I spent $200 to get the set of this armor, which I could just buy. And then they pretty much say that like you could just buy it in the game anyway if you have enough money. You could just buy it from people selling it, so it's not like it's even really
winning the new stuff. If you like won the top prize, you could sell it to buy an entire set of armor. It wasn't the same armor.
Right. There you go, Sai.
So, what do you think about loot boxes? Big fan?
I miss. I don't know. Sometimes they're fun. Like Overwatch 1, I think the loot box is better than the battle pass in Overwatch 2, but I also hate Overwatch 1 and 2. So
loot boxes are why I stopped playing Forza.
They have what? That doesn't even make sense.
Almost everything does. I liked Overwatch 1, but yeah, some of the loot box stuff was ridiculous.
I like loot boxes if you can earn it without paying.
Yeah, like if you kind of like just gradually do so. Like, okay, so Rocket League's a pretty decent example of having a pay scale, but also like introducing like season challenges where like, hey, just score 50 goals this season and we'll give you a ball that'll unlock a new thing. So you can get stuff. I mean, obviously it takes longer, but you can get stuff in the game just by playing it, versus like having to play it to get anything. Like
like that Star Wars game where you only had to play for 80 hours to unlock Darth Vader, right?
Yeah,
Except I don't think you have to play 80 hours of Rocket League to unlock.
No, you don't. But
I-
he is right in God, what's the game franchise? Why am I blanking on it?
Battlefront.
Yeah, Battlefront 2. It was you had to play
No,
80
I know.
hours to unlock Darth Vader.
Oh, yeah,
And
I know.
in Overwatch 2, I just saw that the one of the new heroes coming out, it's an average of I think it was like 60 hours to unlock him or something like that.
But that was like in Battlefront, it didn't matter what you did, right? As long as you played that 80 hours.
Yeah, you could play whatever you want. You just had to do 80 hours total.
They had to have 80 hours on the clock. That's insane.
Yeah.
I prefer when the loot boxes are just like clothing and stuff like that doesn't affect stats.
Yeah.
It seems a lot more ethical to me.
Yeah. Doing it the way that they did in that game, where it's like, hey guys, we're introducing new loot boxes. Spend all your money to get this random butterfly effect.
Now, I will say I played NBA 2K20. I think it was 1, and I went hard, and I enjoyed it, and I was spending a lot of money. Not a lot, but a little bit.
So I
I
don't
like
don't
the little game. I try not to spend money on video games.
You should save all your money.
I've been playing Warframe, and you can get everything for free.
Warframe's a weird game like that, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, it's pretty fun actually.
Warframe, I remember when it first came out, and I liked it just fine. And then Destiny came out, and Warframe just completely changed everything to be exactly like Destiny. I was like, smooth.
Yeah, I haven't played Warframe or Destiny.
Warframe is still going on. I don't think Destiny is alive.
I thought Destiny 2 was a big thing.
Destiny 2 is still going on.
Is it though?
That's what I thought.
You know what? I'm not going to swear to that.
Yeah, I could be wrong. I've never played the game.
I think it is.
I genuinely have no clue.
Like I think people play it, just not with fervor or passion anymore. I could be wrong.
Yeah, I think it's just one of those games that just has like the cult following, but there's not a lot of new people chiming in to join anytime soon.
That's the problem with live service games.
Which it also seems like it also did it seem like the MMO that they were playing, Fruits to Mare. It seemed like a fairly
talking about that.
It seemed like a fairly unpopular MMO. It didn't seem like there was a lot of people playing this game.
Well, apparently you had to live in that specific neighborhood to get in. So
that is true. Maybe it was IP locked.
I was about to say,
I
think it might have been that the region was so small that there was just 5 people.
Well, it was just weird because like they even mentioned that like, oh yeah, we're one of the smaller guilds. I'm like, you're 7 people. What do you mean you're one of the smaller ones? How much smaller can you get?
We literally never saw anyone that wasn't in the guild.
They also talked about how the old guild leader quit, and then when he quit, the new guy who took over told him not to delete it because it's a top-ranked guild.
Yeah, so they're a top-ranked guild with 7 people.
I think they meant rank as in like tier, like like.
Still a top tier guild.
Yeah. In most MMOs that have like a lot of players, top like guilds that have like their stuff maxed out are usually max full of people, just because everyone wants the extra stuff they can get by being part of a guild that has everything unlocked.
It's a Japanese game.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Yeah.
To be fair, we've never played exclusively Japanese MMOs.
It's true.
I mean, I played Maple Story for a little bit, but I don't think that's it.
I do remember Maple Story. I played like the Star Wars MMO, Warcraft, Final Fantasy 14, a couple other small ones here and there.
I played Guild Wars.
RuneScape back in the day.
Maybe it was one.
Yeah, I don't know. It's I don't know. They do a lot of weird stuff in this like. So she becomes like obsessed, and then the show just kind of devolves into her going on dates with the one dude she used to work with, who's best friends with Lily, who she's like essentially falling for throughout the anime.
Who's the best bro ever in all of anime?
We got
good bro.
We got to talk about Ultimate Wingman here, who like purposely lies about when their date night is.
I don't think he lied. I think he actually You talking
Well,
about the first time?
Yeah,
Because he was on that. He was definitely on that business.
He definitely was, but his buddies even says to him, you know, he told me you were on a business trip till Thursday, but she said your date's tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, she messed that up.
And then he even tries I think he did it on purpose. I think he knew his buddy would go find her because he had been.
He tells them the whole date's fake. It's just to get them together.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does say like, "Hey, this whole thing's fake. This is just to get you guys actually talking to each other." So I mean, ultimate bro move, like literally going on dates with a girl for the sole reason of hooking her up with your buddy.
Mm-hmm. I wouldn't do that.
No, God, no.
I would have just banged her.
Yeah. Especially because he made her go through all that effort to like look good. Like
that's the kind of guy I am, you know.
Put on makeup and did all that stuff.
Always banging chicks.
I don't know. It's so ultimate wing dude gets him to start going on dates with her. She meets the guild leader in the convenience store, and then seems like she's like there's like a weird episode like where it almost seems like she's liking both the guys because she's like when the one guy wants to play the Fruits to Marry game with the other dude, so they create fake characters named after the characters they used to play.
Mm-hmm.
In the first MMO that they played together.
What's hers named after? I thought it was just like it looked similar.
Hers was like the name and then something else, and then his was the name but written in English characters. So that's why originally she didn't understand it because he said what his name was, but he typed it in English and she can't read English, so that's why she didn't recognize his name.
What an idiot!
I know, seriously. You're playing an all Japanese game with people you know speak Japanese, and you're like, I'm going to type it out in English to get a reaction from her. I guess she doesn't remember me. I'm like, or you said it in a language she doesn't know.
From what I understand, everyone in Japan learns English because they always learn in English in Japan.
Now, yeah. I mean, yeah, but
in anime,
yeah, but in the anime, she says she doesn't understand English or she can't read
I get where you're coming from, Si. I've seen that in most animes too. But I guess in this one they didn't. I don't know. I kind of always assumed it was like Spanish. Like I think we all probably took Spanish in high school, but none of us speak it.
I took.
I didn't take Spanish.
I did terribly the entire time.
Did you take any foreign language?
Yes, I took French.
Oh well. Do you speak French?
A little bit.
Fluently?
Can you say cheese omelet?
Omelette du fromage.
Can you say it with a fresh accent?
No, I don't own one. I didn't buy that expansion.
All right, well, you'll get there.
I learned that from that episode of Dexter's Lab.
Yeah,
it's a great episode.
No,
probably the only episode I can actually remember of any detail.
No, I remember.
What about the Speed Racer episode?
I remember.
With what's the dude's name? Melvin? Mandark? Yeah, Mandark. That's it. Yeah, and it was an M something.
I remember the Voltron episode with the family.
I think if we started talking about episodes, you remember more. But I also think we're supposed to be talking about recovery of an MMO.
Yeah. Okay. So what are some of your thoughts? What are some of your thoughts, Josh?
I like it. Like I said, the plot is paper thin. Nothing holding this thing together. Characters, I don't like any of them. I don't know. I guess I can't pinpoint why I like it. Who do you like?
Okay. It was enjoyable.
I mean, like I said, I do feel like most of the episodes moved really slow and weren't necessary. And then adding the 11th episode just seems like a huge waste of time.
Yeah, that was definitely a weird one.
They tried to build it up like it was going to be the hot spring episode. You know, as every anime.
That would have been a decent OVA. That would have been a fun OVA. Just based on the teasing they did during the actual anime, but for a random PC build.
A hot spring episode with their PCs?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, you mean like, I guess technically they did that though, right?
Because their player characters went to the hot spring.
Yeah, their player characters, after they beat that one quest, they unlocked.
But he builds the computer and then they talk about going to the hot spring.
Yeah, and then the show's done.
Like, the three of us did end up going to a hot spring, but that's a story for another time.
But
Okay.
a story that, but yeah,
You-
and a story
You
that
don't
we'll
have any
never
other
hear
time,
again.
bro.
Yeah,
It's now or never.
There is no other story. You're
You
done.
were lucky
this
to
is your
get
last
the
episode.
11 episodes you did, my dude.
Yeah,
Yeah, he thought he was gonna get a season 2.
yeah, maybe they did.
I hope they didn't.
No, it didn't.
It didn't need it. But yeah,
It was flat out.
Sai's not wrong when he's like, there should have been some sort of resolution. Really, literally any kind of resolution at all. Because,
Yeah,
like, first off,
I mean, like,
let's start at the beginning. She's not an MMO junkie.
No,
She starts playing this game and she's pretty into it. But I mean, she's not
likes
sitting there
MMOs.
starving to death. She apparently has some sort of financial resource to make everything work. So she leaves and she gets food. And I mean, she's not living her best life, but she's living a better life than most of us. She seems happy.
she's not like in the what is it? The internet cafe, all hours of the day.
Yeah. And I mean, she doesn't recover from anything.
Actually, yeah, I was about to say she actually.
yeah,
starts
that's a good
being
point.
An MMO junkie.
Recovery
if
would
anything.
indicate that she does stop, but she just probably plays just as much. But now they just play in the same room.
What's the inverse of recovery?
Crazy
Addiction?
person?
Addiction of an
I guess
MMO
addiction.
junkie.
Yeah,
Yep, that's what it would be.
and he's just and he is just technically encouraging her habit because.
Well, I mean, from what I understand, it's a reverse situation, right? Where he was the one that was like stuck in the house playing, and she worked, and then now he's the one that's working.
Yeah, well, his was because his parents or his mom died.
Yeah,
both parents or somebody, whatever.
Yeah, it was his mom. Definitely was the adopted parents.
Yeah,
at
not
least
his parents been dead.
His adopted parents died, and then he like was living in their house, and so he sold their house and moved into an apartment. And I'm assuming, he probably just made enough money where that's where he could afford to just sit and play stuff all day until he had recovered from.
I like that we get more backstory on him than her.
Yeah, all we get on her is that she had a stressful job, she was good at it, and then she quit to become a NEET. Like she exclusively said, "I quit to become this."
She's a top tier.
Yeah,
Elite.
That's the dream, though.
Yeah, and then only goes to that convenience store. But I guess in Japan though, I think their convenience stores are more geared towards like being able to buy like food.
Well, I mean, so are some in America. Haven't you ever been to a 7-Eleven?
I have, but have you been to a Quick Trip?
Yeah.
Those are way better.
Okay, that's not proving your point, dude.
No, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It's like, I guess it's that NEET. I guess to me too, isn't NEET more like they refuse to ever leave their house and they just like order everything?
No, that's a hikikomori.
They're the same thing.
They're similar, but not quite the same. Like a NEET is just someone that's not in education.
Employment or training.
Like they could be walking
like
around the house. Yeah.
Like Rudy from Jobless Reincarnation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he was the one who
he couldn't leave.
So he's not a NEET. He's what'd you say? What'd you call it?
Hikikomori.
Hikikomori. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Something like that. I might be wrong.
All right. Sai, favorite. If you had to pick a favorite character, who would it be? You got to pick.
I'm trying to remember characters. The green-haired dude.
The guy from the convenience store?
Yeah.
I gotcha.
Because he's an asshole.
In the game, yeah.
No, he's just like he's very blunt.
No, for 100%. He definitely is very blunt.
And the other guy, the best bro. He's a good character.
The bigger dude?
The best bro. The one that makes a
character. Sorry. Okay.
The one that makes the
definitely got to give props off to that guy.
That's our guy. I think we're all gonna go with him. Come on.
That dude's got the ultimate for sure.
I said I don't like any character. I take it back. Now, to be fair, he has these stupid ass convoluted plans.
Yeah.
But
definitely
at
not the
least he's-
smartest plans in the world.
At least he's doing something. Everyone else just kind of running around. He's over there making schemes,
Yeah.
like the Joker.
Yeah,
I like the bigger dude from the game. I don't remember his name.
Poke or something. It starts with
Yeah. Yeah, I like that guy. That guy seemed pretty cool.
What do you like
Pretty
about him?
chill.
You don't know shit about him,
He's
dude.
fat.
Just from the game, it seemed like he was just like
fat.
he's just a regular dude. He's got a family, and he's just
He
like
drives 3 hours to work.
yeah, which is
And
crazy.
he stops at an internet cafe on his way home to play.
to play the game and
So he
drink
doesn't
fake
even
beer.
play at home.
Trust me, I felt that guy's pain, so I related. I felt the pain. But yeah, in terms of like all-time favorite character, 100%, it's dude with the plans there, who gets all the credit. I think I don't know. It's a short anime. I mean, it's only 11 episodes. Not like a ton to really go over, except just I guess what you guys are saying, they tease at the end that they go on a date at the end, they go to dinner and a movie, and then that's it. You never really see if anything progresses or.
Well, I mean, they've
They
been
end up in bed together.
That's true. They did.
They what?
I appreciate the restraint though that they managed to go 11 episodes without him falling on her trope.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, after he elbowed her and she went to the hospital, I'm pretty sure she would have died if he fell on her.
Did you assume, based on just how anime works, that when she was showering at his place, that they were going to do something like obnoxious and over the top?
No.
Mm-hmm.
I thought so. I thought they were going to do something.
No, I didn't. I don't know why I didn't.
All right, so yeah, you're smarter than everyone. Congratulations.
No, I really don't know why I didn't. I was just like, oh. I think I had tuned out so much at that point. That it was just
You're just on autopilot. By
He's
that
like,
point.
wait,
You're like,
like,
no.
I was like, I gotta watch this.
like this is a show that's on right now. I'll put up with it.
Like I could be watching Digimon right now.
I could have been watching a lot of stuff.
You could.
I could have been watching Mindhunter.
Mindhunter?
Yeah.
I think that's new one for me. I'm
shows about people who think.
Yeah, I'm watching through season 2 of Megalobox right now.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know why. I just felt like saying that.
Yeah, I thought you love sports anime.
I like the first. I never finished season 2. Season 2 was weird.
I will say that I will say this. I'm like 3 away from the end, so I don't know how far you got. It definitely picks up the second half.
See, that's weird because most people, by most people I mean Ash, I think. I think Ash was like he liked up to the part for the most part where they have like that little building or whatever, like the first not building, that little village.
Oh yeah.
Like towards the end of that. So I don't know.
No, it's okay to be wrong.
That's about where like that half, I guess, of the season.
It's worth watching. But anyways,
I just forgot about it.
No, I know. Trust me. I know how it goes. I don't know. Do you guys think that this anime would? I mean, they'll never do a second season just because it's just not going to happen.
I feel like there's too much.
Do you think it's warranted a second season? Do you think they should just try to do one?
I feel like there's too much of this anime going around for them to need it. Like,
I think they needed the 11th episode and then they just pissed it away.
Yeah, you could have wrapped up you could have done like a time skip in the future, like a couple months down the road, show them together, and
you could have skipped forward 20 years and then
and then
they've got a kid who won't move out and he's a NEET.
And he finds the green haired guys.
They're like, I don't get it. Why can't you just move on with your life? And he's like, I don't get it, Mom and Dad. This was like your entire life. Why are you suddenly angry that I'm doing it?
I just want to know how they met in 3 different games.
2, right?
What was the third? Real life?
Probably.
I guess technically, you could say real life is the third game.
It's weird that people consider this an isekai.
It's not
I guess
an
I
isekai.
don't understand the definition of isekai. Anything where they play a video game?
I think that's what most people think.
Yeah, I think that's like the almost like the base definition is like if there's an MMO involved that they're playing,
But it's
then
definitely
it's an
not an
isekai. No,
isekai.
it's slice of life.
Yeah,
It's slice of life that happens to have a isekai theme involved in it. That's about it.
So that episode of Black Mirror where the guy who plays the Falcon fucks his friend in a video game, is that an isekai?
Probably.
I do. Yeah.
I didn't watch Black Mirror, so
That's
It's
a weird
good.
thing to not do.
It's good. It's pretty good.
is that an anime?
It's not.
It is not
then
an
That's
anime, no.
probably why I didn't watch it.
It's
I need to watch Dragon Prince.
The guy fucks a pigsty.
not in Dragon Prince either.
Not in Dragon
No, I
Prince.
know it didn't in Dragon Prince.
Black
Unless
Mirror.
that was in the newest season, because I
So I was like, I missed some serious stuff.
I was like, I think I really do need to watch this new season because it got weird.
Well, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Black Mirror is I mean, one weird, but also it's I don't know if you guys I don't know if Josh, maybe you would have if you watched Black Mirror, maybe you would have watched this, but Guillermo del Toro's Cabinet of Curiosities.
I didn't watch it.
Yeah, it dropped on Netflix like a week ago. It's very Black Mirror-esque in how the show formats. Super weird. It's super like if you like Black Mirror, you'll like this.
Is it like Love, Death, and Robots?
The same kind of thing.
Yeah,
An anthology series.
just live action.
Oh, so there's
So you
real
can
3D
watch some
people.
live action. It's not going to kill you.
This is like good live action stuff.
But I just watched Mindhunters. There are real people in that.
Don't you hate that?
I kind of did.
See, exactly.
But people were being murdered.
Well, yeah.
Oh, you love that.
Yeah,
It's the
I
best.
love true crime.
So I think we can agree probably not going to be a second season. Is there anything else?
Definitely not a. It's
Yeah.
not a situation of what is it? Devil is a part timer where like 10 years down the road you're gonna get.
Oh yeah, no. There's not really a story to tell outside of just being like they end up together and like that's it. Which ideally they should have done in the OVA, but they didn't. So
I mean, but should they get together though?
well, yeah, I don't know.
I mean, I guess I don't see why they wouldn't or shouldn't.
Because the relationship's based on a lie.
Their whole life's a lie.
Yeah, it's true. All right. Would you guys ever see? I guess. Would you guys ever see yourself if you had all the money? What would you even want to become a NEET? Like
Yes.
if you didn't have a wife and kids and
I don't.
well, now you don't, Sai, but Josh.
I was just thinking I wish I would have tried that at some point in my life. I mean, I can't now.
It's way
not
too
gonna
late
kick
now.
the wife and kid out, but
I never did. Even when I was like really in MMOs, I never really played them to the extent that like
I wouldn't
these
play
people
MMOs.
play them.
I'm not like into MMOs. I wouldn't play MMOs. I'd probably
Unless
just watch
they
TV
made a
and
really cool Digimon MMO.
yeah, the Digimon MMO is total shit. So
I said a really. They made one. Yeah.
Wait, is there actually a Digimon
there was
MMO?
one?
yeah, there is one currently.
Oh, it's
Wow.
still.
Yeah, it's not good, man.
Unless I was thinking of an old one.
Here's the thing, like since I started working from home, today my wife asked me if I miss talking to other people, and I just laughed in her face. It's like the worst thing there is talking to other people. So
it's one
that.
part of my work from home job that I hate is that I do somehow have to talk to people when they call in to ask me to fix their problems.
What do you do from home? Fix problems?
I fix problems.
Oh man, I applied to be a litigation specialist for a company, and they said no.
No,
Sucks. I really wanted to do that. All they do is they send you reports, and you decide who's wrong. I'm like, I'd be so good at that.
so then you
I
do.
want to know why everyone else has jobs that they work from their house.
Because we applied for them.
I apply.
Well, I don't know what Josh does, so I can't speak to that side of things. But I work in IT side, so it's fairly simple to just work from home.
Oh, well, are you hiring?
Like the clown?
Yes.
Yeah. You're hiring? Cool.
I mean, our company always is. We're like global and
What's your company?
pretty big. I don't know
Hyper
if I should-
Global Meganet?
It is exactly. Yeah, it is. It's called. It's actually called Skynet, which I'm sure is fine. But
That's perfect. I
Not
love
related.
that.
yeah, no, it's not. It's completely different. There's in no way are we trying to take over the world.
Well, then I don't want to work for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It seems like an unambitious company. It's
Yeah,
going
I want
nowhere.
to work for the other Skynet.
I work for a company called Umbrella. We
That sounds
have
fine.
things under control.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure you got like protocols in place to
Like that TV show
help
Umbrella?
things.
No.
That was on Netflix?
No, it's not. It's unrelated.
The really
Sorry.
good one?
It's completely unrelated. The
The
really
really
good one
good
that got the really good one that got canceled after one season.
Yeah, it's because it was too edgy.
Yeah,
never
I'm
saw
actually.
it.
I
I'll
didn't
agree with
see
you.
it either.
I'll agree with you on that.
I didn't see it, so I wouldn't know.
I watched the majority of it. I actually did enjoy it. It's
Sai, have you seen anything that's not anime? You're just like this show and that show. I didn't watch it.
Well, I didn't watch it because I knew Resident Evil would be bad. I've watched
well,
shows.
it wasn't that bad. It was
The vast
decent.
majority of things that I've watched are cartoony.
Well, yeah.
However,
Have you seen Garfield?
Yes.
Me too.
Have you seen the live action Garfield?
No.
The movie?
Yeah,
Yes.
I did.
There's
I saw
two of them.
all of them.
There
Tale of
is.
Two Kitties.
Tale of Two Kitties.
Isn't that the name of it?
I
That
forgot
sounds
that, but
true.
yeah. But I wouldn't doubt that you're wrong.
I'm not in a position to argue with you on that. That's
Yeah,
for
I'm
sure.
really. Yeah, I was like, you're probably right.
That
Like
sounds
I really
good.
can't argue that point at all.
I've watched. Damn, I watched Bones. That's real people.
Bones is real people.
Bones is real people. That is
Emily
a thing.
Deschanel.
Did you just
That-
speak French at me?
That's her name, right?
Oh, I don't know.
And David Boreanaz.
Yeah, and I watched Buffy.
Do
There
it,
you go.
David Boreanaz.
Mm-hmm. No relation. That's just that's
Did it,
coincidental.
crushed it, loved it, say.
Have you seen The Crow 4?
No.
I think
No.
you'd like
I
it.
thought
David Boreanaz is in it.
Is he really?
Yeah, it's not good. It's horrible.
I imagine
He's
it
the
is.
kid. The Crow is played by the kid who was in Terminator.
I was about to say, isn't the Crow the one with Bruce Lee's son,
Yeah.
and he died on set?
Yeah, they probably should have stopped after that one. But,
They probably should have stopped before that one. I don't remember that one being too good.
no, it was good.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah, it was good.
Oh, okay. I don't remember. I was young when it came out.
Watch
yeah.
it again.
Do you want to jump into rankings, or does anyone have any final words they want to say on recovery of an
I
MMO
forgot
junkie?
about it for a week. I was very upset that we didn't do it last week because I knew I'd forget all about it, and I was like, I don't remember.
I watched all of it today. I watched it at work, which is my home. I work from the home, so it was
Yeah.
pretty good. I'm pretty up to date on it.
Yeah, I watched it this week, like while I was working after I finally finished Skate the Infinity, so I can move on to other.
It's so
things.
good.
It's only 4 episodes.
It's like 12.
Yeah, whatever.
Skate the
Yeah.
Infinity.
So you wanna rank it? Let's use the scale we always use, and we'll do it off of that. Like I said, I like the one character quite a bit. I'm gonna give it a B-. It's it gets a lot of points for being 10 episodes. That was good.
Yeah.
And then I thought the first episode was pretty good. So yeah, I'll probably watch it again in a couple of years.
Yeah. Sai, you
I give it a C.
probably have the lowest ranking. Is it a C?
C minus.
C minus. Okay.
He's a generous dude. Even if he doesn't like it, he appreciates
Yeah.
that they made it.
Yeah. Yeah. He appreciates the some things that he did like in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't the worst thing.
Well, yeah. No, we've seen some. We've definitely seen worse things.
We've definitely seen better things like this.
Yeah, I mean, like I said earlier, I don't watch much slice of life, just generally, just because when they're too like drama
Slicey.
intrusive. Yeah, like too slice of life drama-y. I don't really like that, so I don't really watch a whole lot of them.
Does
Just
this
because
one
like
count as drama-y? Because
no, not really. That's why I enjoyed it more. I think
There was
I
no
think
tension. That's
there really
for
wasn't
sure.
any. There really wasn't any tension or drama. It just happened.
I don't know if that's
Uh,
because they didn't want there to be tension, or if that was just because it was.
I think
bad.
I think it's the way it was written. Because side knows I'm a big sports anime guy. That's usually my go-to of what I prefer to start watching. So I'm gonna go with Josh. I'm gonna give it a B minus. There's definitely things I enjoyed. It was an enjoyable 11 episode watch. I didn't like regret watching it, and I would if someone did ask me for a slice of life anime recommendation, life. I'd probably would recommend this one as like a short little.
Had they made an episode 12, they probably could have done a baseball episode.
That's
and
true.
really won you guys over.
Episode.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, Dragon Ball Super did a baseball episode.
Yeah,
Dragon Ball did 2 baseball episodes because they did one in the original Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah. I think
we're did a driving episode.
Well, yeah,
driving episode. The driving episode is crazy because I have always remember that being during the Cell Saga, and it was not.
It wasn't when it was.
I remember it. I always remember it being in the downtime after they train in the hyperbolic time chamber, and Cell, is waiting for them. I always remember Goku. That's when they put that episode, was Goku telling the story. But no, it was during the Android Saga.
That's the Cell Saga.
It's not.
It is.
Cell wasn't there yet.
He was. What do you call it? Gestating.
Well, we're all gestating.
Yeah,
just life.
Yeah.
So,
That's
Mark, true. I was putting some filler out to give you some time to do that math. What was it?
That's a C to C plus, leaning towards a C plus, but not quite C plus. Yeah, leaning towards a C plus, but maybe not quite there.
Because you got
like
two B's,
like a 77%.
That's good enough.
Somewhere around there.
You could get a degree with that.
You really can. Yeah, I think we're ready to bring up the wheel. And then as Josh wants to remind everyone we're doing next week, I also, as a reminder, won't be here next week because I'll be at Colossal Con.
So next week, we're actually doing a live stream. Mark is going to be walking around Colossal Con holding his phone up, showing people stuff.
At 10 o'clock.
At 10 o'clock at night. No,
Super
next week is actually a secret, which we're going to announce on our Facebook.
So you have to follow us on Facebook.
So make sure you follow us on Facebook. We've actually left Twitter. We made a stance. Actually, we never had a Twitter, so that was our big stance.
But if we wanted one, we could become verified for $8.
I'm so in love with what's going on Twitter.
It's
right now.
It's pure chaos, and I love it. Oh, I guess we should before I spin the wheel, we should shout out in memory of memoriam of I'm gonna butcher his last name, but yeah, Kevin Conroy, the voice actor who played Batman in the Batman animated series and the Justice League show.
All the animated Batman.
Every old Batman was this dude.
And new. He did it in all the Arkham games.
That's true.
He did it in what you call it too. Killer Joke.
Yeah, and I'll show this. This is the Funko Pop that I had him sign of. Oh man, I haven't taken this out of the plastic in a while. But this is the Funko Pop of like the Batman animated series signed by Kevin Conroy. Have had that for a few years, and now I'll just cherish it a little bit more. Definitely a dude in the voice acting and kind of our world that's for sure going to be missed.
He also played live action Batman in The Flash.
Yeah. And also Gallagher died today. And if you don't know who Gallagher is, he's the guy that would smash watermelons with a hammer as part of his comedy routine.
I feel like we talked about Gallagher on this show at some point.
It's a true story, guys. A couple of years ago, Mark, we can see everything you're doing. A couple of years ago,
those screens.
I went to see Gallagher because I said I'm not going to have a lot of shots left to see Gallagher. Dude's getting pretty old.
No.
and I got to go up on stage and get stuff smashed on me. It was disgusting, but it was a good time.
Yeah, I think that's what we were talking about.
Probably, yeah. I think so. I mean, so definitely two legends, and they're different, spheres.
Is Gallagher a legend?
For his like genre of like prop comedy.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah, it's considered. Yeah,
most definitely prop
it's
comedy, dude.
I was just wondering.
It's like Carrot Top.
Like, if your entire sphere is you and Carrot Top, man, it's pretty easy to become a legend.
Well, no, I just didn't know that it was comedy.
Yeah, it's considered prop comedy. Not many comedians do prop comedy because it's.
I didn't know he was a comedian. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, he would do like a.
I thought he just smashed pumpkins.
Yeah, he did like a comedy show, but his main thing was legit just smashing watermelons.
He smashed other things.
Yeah,
he smashed a glass bottle on my head.
There you go. But definitely a sad day in that area of things of losing both those guys. But I know Kevin Conroy had been dealing with cancer for a long time, so at least he doesn't have to kind of suffer through terminal like cancer and everything that goes with that.
Gallagher died in a knife fight, so he died the way he lived.
Smashing things till the end. Does anyone have anything new they want to add to the wheel that they've heard or seen or watched?
No. But we probably need to get some more stuff on the wheel.
Sai, do you have anything that you've been watching recently?
Blue Lock, I guess.
Blue Lock? Sure.
Put Romantic Killer on there.
The show on Netflix.
The show on Netflix.
Okay.
It was literally just about to start on my thing.
All right. Let's see what we'll be reviewing in 2 weeks, which I'll even show the count here. That'll be
it's gonna be another slice of life because life.
Well, that might be the. Well, I know it's 2 or 3 weeks depending on when we do the quiz. Actually, that's also Thanksgiving.
2 weeks, and then we're going to do the quiz on the 2nd.
Yeah.
See your IP address.
So let's see what we get. We're almost at 100. We're at 95 on the wheel. Well, 94 after whatever this lands on. I don't remember this at all.
Are you happy, Sai?
No!
Inazuma 11.
Inazuma 11. Dude, this show 11. Josh is going to hate it.
It's the soccer one, right?
It's a soccer one.
Oh, okay. Then this is going to be great.
There was a DS game.
Let me pull it up so I can read the quick
Is
description.
it based on the DS game?
Pretty much.
Okay. Here's a synopsis of Inazuma 11. It's a sports anime. While other schools in Japan compete for the title of being the best soccer team in the country, Raymond Middle School Soccer Club struggles to rise from the verge of being disbanded. The grandson of the first-generation goalkeeper and captain of the team, Mamoru Endo, takes challenge of kicking the long neglected cub back into shape. To do this, he finds hope in the hands of Shuya Gonji, a brilliant young player who has given up on soccer. First started out as a sports role-playing game for the Nintendo DS. Yep. So it's an anime based off of a DS game. It is.
This is gonna be just as good as Jabbereye Park.
It is 127. It is 127 episodes. And
it's like 20. Oh my god! Stop opening Opera GX.
Me?
I'm
gonna say, don't tell me what to fucking do. I'll open any browser I want.
So we'll be watching. What is it? The first 25, 30.
Sure.
So around there. Unless we really want to somehow try to finish 127. I don't see is happening. Or are we just going to do as a make it as far as you possibly can thing?
Just go for it. Just make it. Just watch so you think you get the feel of the show.
All right. Watch as much as you can. I guess.
26 episodes in the first season. Let's try to call it there.
No, yeah. That works for me. So yeah, so 2 weeks, everyone. Inazuma 11. The week after that. And the 2nd of next month, quiz. And then next week, Josh will surprise you on the Facebook page. So you got to go to our Facebook page at facebook.com/dadsanimestash. And then you might as well subscribe to the YouTube while you're at it. And then subscribe on whatever podcasting platform you're listening to. And since you were very generous and good. You made it this far into your night. Now your parents are almost home. They just called. They're around the corner, so you got to hurry. Pop out that DVD, pop it under your dad's box, put it under the bed, pretend you were sleeping the whole time, and then make sure that you mark down the time next week so you can catch Dad's Anime Stash with fun surprises for all.
Put some dust on it.
And a little bit of